What is your "we never speak of this again" story? Look forward to new Reddit videos every single day. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Hey, you might as well. It's free. I was on a road trip with a buddy. We were heading to a 3-day music fest in Tennessee. We drove through the night and were making good time. He was driving and asked me to take the wheel for a second. I did. He grabbed a Gatorade bottle, unzipped, and started pissing in the bottle. I was a bit uncomfortable with my hand 6 inches above his exposed dick, but we were going 75 miles per hour, and his foot was on the gas. We had more pressing concerns is my point. He finishes up, and in one swift motion, rolls down the window, and lifts the Gatorade bottle toward the window to dump it. Wait, what are you do? Imagine a full bottle of warm piss filling up the entire interior of a car, like a fine aerosol spray in a split second. That's what 75 miles per hour wind, blowing inward, does to a bottle of liquid trying to go outward. I learned that the hard way. Of course it got in my mouth, but that wasn't the worst of it. It was clogging my ears like I had been swimming. It was stinging my eyes. It went so far up my nose that I sneezed it out. Twice. We looked at each other, dripping piss. All I could say was, "Damn it. God damn it, dude." He turned on the AC after a time. Piss droplets blew out onto us. It was dripping on us from the ceiling of the car. We rode for a long time in silence. Do you know what a person and the interior of a car covered in piss smells like after being in 103-degree heat for 3 days and no means to wash up? I do. So I am in high school and got trashed at a party. Somehow I made it home. In the middle of the night I drunkenly wander into my parents' bedroom, sit on my dad's hamper and take a good, long piss. My dad woke up in the middle of it and pushed me back into my room. I wake up in the morning and go to the living room and see dad. He starts cracking up and told me what happened. Said we won't tell anyone and to go upstairs and clean out his hamper. Ended up having to buy him a new hamper. My mom never said anything about it, so I have no idea if she knew. My dad passed away about 10 years ago. Since that time, my mom told me a story about my dad getting drunk one night, shortly after they were married, and she woke up in the middle of the night to see him peeing in his hamper. Apparently, I am totally my father's daughter, and have still never told anyone about it. I feel like you should tell her. I almost did. I just didn't know how she would handle knowing that both her husband and daughter have issues with alcohol and hampers. Thanks for the gold. Warning. Graphic story. Years ago, my girlfriend and I snuck off to a bathroom to F. After everyone passed out at a house party. We were young, she was fun, and she wanted it in her butt. You got it, champ. I was sitting on the closed toilet, and she was basically doing the stand-up reverse cowgirl thing. Felt great. At some point, one of our drunk friends woke up to piss and came bursting into the bathroom. She jumps up in shock, causing an extremely fast and unexpected pull-out. Poop everywhere. The next morning, the same drunk friend comes stumbling out of the bathroom after having passed out from his drunken midnight piss. Guys, I got really drunk last night and I think I might have shit on the floor in the bathroom. Damn right you did. Apology accepted. Go clean that up. That drunk friend should be ashamed of himself. Dirty bastard. This was over a decade ago. That man is now married and is a parent. He has a government security clearance. He still thinks he did the poop. My plan is to tell the real story on his child's 21st birthday party. Walked in on a close family member masturbating in the living room. They saw that I saw. Immediately left to deal with something else. Came back and asked how their day had been. They said good, thanks. How's your day going? Good, thanks. That's good. That's real good. I was drinking vodka, and I had this guy pal that I was trying to bang, but he refused to bang a drunk girl while he was sober. I grabbed my phone and started looking for some action. No such luck. I eventually passed out and went to sleep. When I woke up the next morning, I read the texts I'd sent in absolute horror. Me. What are you doing? G. Getting ready for bed. You? Me. Drunk, topless, and looking for some fun. G. LOL. Good luck. I'm going to bed. G happened to be my boss, who just started a few weeks ago. At the time Facebook would merge your friend's contact info into your address book. I never spoke of it again and had a difficult time looking him in the eye. Boss seems like he or she took it well though. Could have gone worse. My best guy friend and I both went through really bad breakups around the same time. That New Year's Eve, we got really drunk and attempted to have sex. We stopped after a few minutes, looked at each other, burst out laughing, and agreed we would never speak of it again. It's been 6 years. He's happily married with a baby boy. We still get together to catch up every couple of months. Have never spoken of the incident again. Girl bursts out laughing. Haha, what are we doing? Guy, yeah, ha. This is almost certainly what happened. Mine happened a couple years back. I was just minding my own business, going about my day, when I get a text from my dad. Of course I read it since it's from my dad. The text reads, "Can there be slave play in tonight's entertainment? I need you. Me and my sister once found a whip in their cupboard, so it's easy to put 2 and 2 together." 5 minutes later, the most sincere, "Oops, I have ever seen" pops up on my screen. I never responded to that text and I have never brought it up, but we both know it happened. When my best buddy and I were still in high school, we decided to go up an old mountain road and do some underage drinking in his car. We were up there for a while, and all of a sudden we see headlights behind us. Fearing it was a cop, we hid the beer and my friend looks over to me and says, "Just follow my lead." Turns out it was a cop. We rolled down the windows, and he asked what we were up to this late at night up in the mountains. I'm sitting in the passenger seat freaking out, hoping he can't smell any of the beer. My friend looks over at the cop and in the calmest voice says, "It's our 2-year anniversary tonight and we were trying to get away from everything." He then reaches over, picks up my hand and kisses the back of it. The cop looked at us for another few seconds and told us to have a nice and safe night. Just another couple of gay boys enjoying themselves up in the mountains at 1 AM. And 10 years later we're still married. Wait, that's not the kind of story we're telling here. Growing up, we were poor, and as a teen I didn't really have access to adult films or whatnot, but I was quite a writer, so I would write exotic fiction as a release, in a spiral. Well, one day after writing a particularly sordid story, I kinda came to, and realized I shouldn't leave that stuff around. I went to the kitchen, intending to throw the spiral away, set it down, got a drink, the phone rang, I answered, and left the spiral in the kitchen, forgotten. An hour later, my mother comes to me with the spiral and questions. I won't get into it, but she described how a lot of my stories wouldn't really ever happen and were a bit extreme. She threw it away and it never came back up.